Ever wondered how HTML forms come to life on web pages? What magic happens behind the scenes? HTML forms are the unsung heroes of the internet, quietly powering the interactions that make websites more than just static pages. They're the backbone of interactivity, allowing users to input data that's then sent off to a server for processing. Think of every time you've signed up for a newsletter, made an online purchase, or filled out a survey. That's HTML forms at work, facilitating communication between you, the user, and the website. But they're not just about data collection. HTML forms also play a crucial role in enhancing the user experience. They help guide users through tasks, from simple searches to complex transactions, making the web a more user-friendly place. So, what's the takeaway? HTML forms are more than meets the eye. With a solid understanding of HTML forms, you can create dynamic and interactive web content. Creating an HTML form involves a few key ingredients. Understanding these will set the foundation for your form creation journey. Let's start by discussing the essential elements used in form creation. First, we have the form tag. This tag acts as a container for all other form elements. It's like the frame of a car holding everything else together. Next is the input tag. This little tool is quite versatile. It's used to create a variety of form elements such as text fields, checkboxes, and even radio buttons. Then we have the label tag. This tag provides a text description for each input field, enhancing the user's understanding of what's being asked. Lastly, the button tag. This is what the user clicks to submit the form. It's like the ignition switch that gets everything going. Each element plays a crucial role, contributing to the form's overall functionality. Now that we know the key components, the next step is to piece them together. Creating an HTML form can be as simple as 3 steps. Let's get started. First, we'll use the form tag. This tag is like a container that holds all the elements of our form. It tells the browser, hey, everything inside here is part of a form. Next, we add an input field. This is done using the input tag. This is where the user will enter their information. Each input field should have a corresponding label, which is created using the label tag. The label is important as it tells the user what information they should enter into the input field. It's like a prompt or a guide. Finally, we add a submit button. This is the button the user will click to send their information. This is also created using the input tag, but this time, we set the type attribute to submit. When this button is clicked, the form data is packaged up and ready to be sent to a server. Remember, the form tag is the container that holds all these elements together. The input tag is used to create the fields where the user enters their information, and the submit button is what sends this information to a server when clicked. And there you have it, a basic but fully functional HTML form ready to accept user input. So we've demystified the process of creating HTML forms. We've unraveled the significance of these forms in collecting user input and enabling interactivity on web pages. We've explored the essential building blocks, including input types, labels, and the form tag itself. We've also navigated through the steps of creating a basic form, from defining the form structure to adding user input fields. With these skills, you're well on your way to creating interactive and dynamic web content. Remember, practice makes perfect.